so gracious every day, welcoming all of the yes. And first and foremost, for you to be so gracious, introducing all the callers. I mean, just always being so warm and friendly, but then how you introduce me. I mean, I'm looking around and thinking, wow, I really have to give you back all of those accolades and more because you're not only one of our Emerald directors, our VP of Finance, customer service, leading the charge in every single area. And hey, guess what? You had a chance to be the captain of this amazing O team. I mean, amazing O's. You guys are off the charts, and thank you so much for all that you do. But I want to just say good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you all so much for waking up this morning with Akana, and super excited because this is going to be such an energizing call. I've heard some of our captains already dialing in. I know some of them are en route. I know Bernadine is on her way back to Florida, but hopefully we can hear from her too. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The meaning of Akana means in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe that health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright by offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business. We empower people to elevate to their full potential. And so let's just kind of jump into it, right, with some quick company updates. And so, yeah, our captains are going to actually help me this morning recap our exciting Ruby Round Table weekend. We kicked it off on Friday where some team members showed up early, really to help ensure everything was in place, help solidify their game plan, okay, for the weekend. On Saturday, of course, we have the epic battle of the blood types. And was it a battle? Oh my goodness, guys. And then for those of you who joined us on Sunday, wow, to go out there, at Strikes and Bites to support our very own, Bishop Dan, who does our call on Tuesdays. Many of you are on that call every single Tuesday. And it was so exciting to be there at his family-owned business. I mean, his daughter, Rachel, had a vision. And let me tell you something, the family has all supported that vision. And just to see all of his children there helping to not only magnify that vision, but just to see the success they've had in just the 90 days they've been operating. So just kudos to you, Bishop Dan. Super proud of you. And oh my goodness, did we not have fun, y'all? Okay, we had fun. And I'm telling you what, we had a chance also to kind of, do some fun, friendly competition and bowling. There were teams playing, teams bowling. And we had a chance to really see who also reigned supreme, with that bowling ball, okay? And there were about 4 games total. And I'll go ahead and give a quick little shout out to all of you who finished at the top spot, okay? I'll start first with our own Kathy Weathersby because she took a top spot in one of those matches. So kudos to you, Kathy. Awesome job. Royaline Wilson took a top spot. Anthony Morris took a top spot. Anthony, I'm going to just say this, third time's a charm, but guess what? You did it, okay? And I was super, super proud of you. But let me just say this. We did have one of our bowlers that actually kind of surprised me because they don't bowl, but they got a 170. I was like, who does that? You don't bowl and you got a 170 last night. That was pretty epic. So we're going to give a big shout out to Willie Mooney. That was awesome, awesome, awesome. So kudos. And there were actually 3 people who did go over 100, okay? And I also want to shout out Miss Cherie Eppinger because you went over 100, girl, in your score. I know Anthony, third time was a charm, but you got up 140, got 121 after much effort. And it just tells you the determination. And then, of course, Willie Mooney, that 170 was just like, oh, my goodness. It was everything. You guys rock. I can't wait to do this again. I mean, we had so much fun. And for those who joined us early for the Ruby Roundtable, I mean, Bishop Dan's team showed up and showed out. I mean, we had everything from shrimp and grits to turkey sausages, to vegan eggs, to regular eggs, to vegan toast, to regular toast, with potatoes, right? I mean, what they call it, like a hash brown type potato. I mean, just phenomenal. It was such a spread. They treated our rubies and above like rock stars. And so big shout out to Strikes and Bites. We're going to really support that venue. We're going to have a lot of great things happening, perhaps on a quarterly basis. I know some of you have already supported it. So shout out to you, Terry Anderson, and those who've actually already taken teams out there, which is really, really, really cool. And so also, too, I do want to do this before I get into some things that actually came out of the Ruby Roundtable. Oh, and you know what? Let's give our phenomenal phenomenal Dr. Betty shout out, because not only did she get a strike, but Dr. Betty also won a round. Okay. So Dr. Betty, I can't forget you because we have it all on video, and it was so powerful to see her win a round. Okay. So she's also one of the bowling champs, and to hit that epic strike. I mean, I'll tell you what, 75 going on 76 has never looked so phenomenal. Okay. So anyway, thank you, Kathy, for reminding me of that, because I'm telling you what, we cannot leave out Dr. Petty, because you are doing it bigger and better than most, okay? Half your age. And so with that being said, we do have some exciting things that did come out of the Ruby Roundtable meeting. But before I get into that, because we've already taken some action, right? As a corporate team, we try to be responsive and make sure we move quickly when we actually have actionable items that are right around the corner, and we have some actionable items right around the corner. But let's first do this, because I know you guys are poured in from all across the country, and you want to know, oh my goodness, the battle. What happened? You want some recap. Some of you are trying to figure out scores and totals, and you just need to know, okay? And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put our leaders in the driver's seat this morning. I'm going to let them share their perspective, and we're going to then, of course, have a chance to let you know which team did reign supreme, because we do have those numbers as well. And so first, I'm going to kick it off with our phenomenal and awesome and amazing our VP of Finance, who is right here in the building. I really want you, as someone who, again, you work your business remote, you're there in South Carolina. So for you, you're now boots on the ground. You're able to actually be involved in the day-to-day, see really how it gets down. In fact, you were with us last night participating in a spa happy hour as we hosted some of the folks staying here overnight with a phenomenal spa happy hour. So I'm going to just kind of let you just kind of set the tone this morning, Kathy. Let them know what is your takeaway from this weekend, and just anything else you might want to share before I bring up the other leaders.
It's my pleasure. I want y'all to know that this weekend was phenomenal. If you are within the sound of my voice and you are not in this packed out event this weekend, and you did not feel the energy and the camaraderie, oh my goodness, the competition was fierce. We were engaged. It was fun. The crowd was engaged. The speakers were given some phenomenal education. Dr. Eric Prince was here, and he shut down the room. Dr. Betty, on her part, was giving out so much questions that were coming from the crowd was very poignant. They got filled with some delicious food. They had a chance to learn about their blood types. People were excited about starting their cleanses. It was the whole feel of the event was just peaceful, was just exciting. It was motivating. It was encouraging. It was empowering. It was fun. Last night was one of the fun times. I tell you, there was everything about this event, from helping to put it together, set it up. As it ran, I'm telling you, the day went by fast. And all of a sudden it was over. It was a lot of work, but oh my God, I feel so fulfilled that the work we put in, Melissa, showed up. And let me tell you, it wasn't just us. This was a true team effort. All the leaders that put this together, from Willie Mooney to Dr. Betty to Abana Sharon, I have really got to give it up to my old sister. You talking about somebody that was in the trenches with us. We just appreciate you. But guys, I'm telling you, the competition was fun, fierce, but all friendly. We're proud of each other. And that Ruby Roundtable, like Melissa said, there was just so much that was going on there that was educational and empowerment just in that particular group. And then the bowling. It was a lot of fun to close out this weekend with a group team event Like that was absolutely powerful, and I can't wait to do it again. Listen, Melissa, I could go on, but I know there's other leaders that want to share their take on it. It was absolutely wonderful. Thanks you. Thank you, and back to you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And before we let me check in with Bernadine real quick too. I know she's actually, I believe, on her train to get direct to the airport. Bernadine Kirkland, before I intro you, are you able to speak for just a second to represent our awesome AB as Captain AB? Hit star star, and she may not be able to. And if she's not, guys, I'm going to do this because I am so proud of our AB group as well. Because when you look at the number of people in the world, Dr. I think that's you who are AB Bud, it's 5%. But I looked at those sign-in sheets and I said, guess what, girl? You didn't do 5%. Y'all did more than double. So it's like you doubled your capacity, and it may not result in hitting at the top, but what it means is you guys are working extra hard, and extra long with just 5% of the population. But you, Ty, and I'm telling you what, y'all ABs came together and y'all did the thing, okay? So I want you to share your perspective, okay?
I am absolutely on the train, so can't stay on too long, but I'm still basking in the glow of the weekend. It was absolutely amazing. And everything, I just elevate everything that Kathy said, everything that you said, but I just say that spa session at the end was epic. I want to congratulate Ty from the Shy because of all the ABs, she had the most guests in the house. So congratulations and big up to you. And I just love hanging out with her and getting to know her. And, you know, she's my blood sister now. So it's like that was really amazing. I've seen the Del Nados. It's nice being an AB's in the house. So I'm talking. I'm so sorry. I'm on the blue line on the way to O'Hare. But Melissa, we need to get this information out. I sent you a text to try to see if you knew somebody from V103. I sent you a name, but we need to talk about that.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic.
Well, but
I
thank
just
you,
want to
though.
say thank you. I want to say thank you so much for an awesome, awesome weekend, and I'm looking forward to doing it again real soon. The nuggets that we got from the Ruby Roundtable were absolutely epic. So looking forward to your announcement so everybody gets to hear and share in that. Love you. Thank you so much.
Wow, we love you. And oh my goodness, thank you so much. Be safe traveling back, okay? And now I want to do this. I want to go ahead and bring up Diamond Mooney. I know he's on the line, our number one income earner, you know, the captain and leader of Team Contagious. I'm telling you what, he is a serial entrepreneur and started many successful businesses, and just so proud that we are in partnership with him and his phenomenal team. So go ahead, Minister Mooney. Let's go ahead and let's hear your takeaway from the weekend.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm still full from the weekend. So much that I captured. One thing that I do want to highlight is all of the distributors that showed up and all of the distributors I was so that participated. And just starting out, we opened the room up before the event even started. We opened the room up with a short meeting and a prayer. So I want to give a shout out to Diamond Terry, who inspired just that happening just like that. And I was just so proud to see all the distributors that took ownership. You know, they took ownership, and that was such a smoothly ran event. Giving another shout out to corporate, who made sure that we had everything that we needed, that allowed the distributors who showed up to really operate in their ownership and in their space. That's my biggest highlight for the weekend. Now, I had fun. The Ruby Roundtable was just so amazing. I wish more would have shown up. I know there's so many people who wanted to be there, but just being there in the presence of Pastor Dan to see his why unfold, the reason why he goes hard and do what he does, and how aligned with God he speaks things into the existence, and to actually see his family and his babies there and his wife there working it out. Man, it's been mapped out, his beliefs, and us being able to participate in that, and then we be family together. We had a great meal. It was amazing. I was impressed. Y'all, I'm a foodie. I was definitely impressed. And to be able to then end the whole weekend with just family fun, I was like, yeah, me and my team, we got to get together and do this. It was just, for me, I had my wife there. It was just a perfect weekend for me. It was perfect. I couldn't ask for anything best. So shout out to you, Melissa, the visionary. Oh my God. Let me just say this. You missed it. Everybody, if you weren't there, if you didn't get a chance to see the ballroom, I'm looking forward to the next event. You missed this one. And I'm gonna say it one more time. You missed this one because it was phenomenal. So that's all. That's all. I don't want to take up too much time. Back to you, Melissa. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you. Absolutely. I'm telling you, don't you feel that energy? Like, and for those who did miss it, I'm sure y'all got FOMO right now, right? FOMO really bad because the excitement coming from each one of their voices just lets you know how epic it was. And I'm going to just say this, guys. You know, it was in 2024 when it just came to me, this whole concept of battle of the blood type. Not to have anything negative, but something as just a fun way for us to really highlight that, yes, blood types, we are different, but guess what? We all need each other because the difference is when we come together, there's so much power in how we can move this company forward, right? We need each other. And so when we first did the competition, I mean, many of you who were there, I mean, there was some friendly fire, there was some unfriendly fire, right? I mean, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you weren't there, you just weren't there. But we had, I would say, close to 300 people that came through within that 4-hour period. Okay. And so very successful event from that point of view. But at the same time, there was something in my spirit that just said that wasn't the type of competition we were trying to create, right? We like to have each team battle, each team have fun. We all take cheap shots at each other, right? But not get personal. We never hit below the belt, right? And so this year, I really said, you know what? I'm going to be very intentional in this. I said, I am the CEO for every blood type, right? Which means I love y'all all just like my children, okay? And that's how I feel, right? It's like when one wins, I feel, hey, guess what? It's a win for the company because we are all in this together. So the battle this year, we said, let's make sure we just create this friendly atmosphere. Let's go ahead and make this epic. Let's make it about the business. Keep the main thing, okay? Not all that cooking and all that extra, because when the main thing is the main thing, and that's basically doing what? Inviting. So when we go out and invite and then we sell products, that's what helps you build your business. And I really feel that sometimes in business, it's that trial and error, right? You do something the first time, and it's kind of like, wow, there was that blind spot. I didn't see that coming, right? But then you got a chance to see it, and then you pivot. You make that adjustment. And so one of the biggest adjustments, I said, this year, I am not in the competition, okay? I am neutral. I am not going to be there. I don't need to know the plan. I don't need to know what's going on. I just want to make sure as a corporate team, we do our part, right? We're going to make sure, we put together anything that we know needs to happen from a corporate perspective, because at the end of the day, that's really the role of the company, okay? And so I really wanted to make sure that I was super intentional in that. And so I'm going to say that to now pivot into the next part of this, okay? Because it also is important that we honor it as a competition, and it's a competition. And so we were at the Ruby Roundtable, and in fact, when this first started happening, it kind of shocked me some because I saw a lot of phenomenal activity and I couldn't really gauge, well, what's going on and who's doing what. I was upstairs, they all know, kind of controlling the slides, deleting stuff and cleaning them up. And so at the end of the day, Kathy was kind of giving me some reports and updates, and other people were giving reports and updates. And one particular name kept coming up, and that name was Terry Anderson. Terry. I'm like, wow, so Terry doing all that. Terry did what? Terry? And so, which again, she's the captain of the A's, right? And so we went to the Ruby Roundtable, and I said, hey guys, I said, well, who do you guys think? And they were like, oh, well, we kind of think we know who won the battle. I'm like, really? I said, well, who won the battle? And so they were explaining how they were watching 3 particular people kind of working really well together. And those 3 people were very quiet. didn't say a lot, but they kept between taking orders, doing blood type tests, and then, getting their guest over there, kept showing up on the radar. And so anyway, what I'm going to do, there's a captain on the line that I want to just really tell you congratulations in front of everyone today, because we've had a epic battle, and everyone, I believe, walked away as winners. Because guess what? If you showed up, if you brought a guest, if you made some sales, right? Guess what? We're all winning. But in this particular competition, in which we did say we will crown, who brings the most guests, who makes the most sales. And in one of the categories, it kind of even shocked Mooney for a second, just like it shocked me, because he was like, I know Team A won for the sales. He said, because all they were doing over there was selling blood type tests, and the 7-day cleanses kept just going. But then when we looked at the sign-in sheet, guess what? You kind of just barely edged out the O's by probably about 6 guests. Not a lot. I believe the O's had somewhere around 26 guests, and then maybe 30, 32 guests for the Team A's. But the teams, calculated their own numbers. They all worked together at the Ruby Roundtable. We had each captain present, everybody looking at the sign-in sheets, because we just wanted to make sure that when we do something as a company, guys, you have to always know we always have everybody's best interest at heart, and we always are going to ensure that we fight to ensure that every competition is fair. But at the end of the day, if you do the work, you do the work. If you go out there and follow the plan, you follow the plan. And that deserves to be recognized, okay? And I would just say this, Terry, you were coachable. You went out there and followed the plan, and your own peers really crowned you before we had a chance to even tell them that, yeah, the numbers show that as well. And so, yes, Team A, Captain Terry, I'm going to go and crown you, because you are officially the winning team this year. So Terry Anderson, Diamond Terry, if you want to go ahead and just take it away, we're going to turn the microphone right over to you.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I am so honored and excited and happy. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you for seeing the vision to create this for the community. I want to thank my team. I have to call, with just a few of us that participated: Gerald West, Cherie Eppinger, Kathy, I don't know your last name, so I can't say it. Royal, I don't remember your last name. Valerie Jackson, Anthony Morris, and Kenneth Elam. I mean, we worked it. We got your instructions, Melissa, what to do, and we did it. I just have to step back and say, Melissa set the environment. It was just perfect. If you guys haven't seen the new event space, I mean, it looks a little bit like, what I would say, a wedding is going on, Disney World. It just takes you to another space. It just makes you feel real good. So that was in place, and we had a lot of things that we adjusted to with some changes, but blood type A, thank God, we're very coachable, and we went with the changes and we went with the flow, and it was an amazing event. Minister Mooney, when it was time to start, he just started the crowd. And got them engaged. I heard them laughing. I heard him laughing a lot. It was just perfect, and I just encourage everybody. I mean, no matter what, next year, next time we have one, work your schedule so you can be at our events. We need you, and you may need this information. So the Ruby Roundtable, when we met on Saturday, I had my breakfast. I eat fruit every morning, so I was kind of like, I'm good. But when I got there and it was a spread, I was amazed. I made room. I had to make room because it was so much food. Melissa and Dan, I don't know how you all did it, but it was just an amazing spread. We sat down and we talked. Everybody's voice was heard at the Ruby Roundtable. I mean, if you have something that you want Melissa to hear, you want to make it she's going to present something to everyone, but your voice can be heard. You know, a lot of times, you know, a lot of people think they're not seen, they're not heard. Well, at the Ruby Roundtable, everybody got a chance to ask every single question that they could think of to Melissa, and she answered every question. So, you know, you definitely want to be a part of that. Bishop Dan, you know, I wasn't quite sure what the morning, I was, you know, going to church was going to be about. I had a few reservations, but I'm gonna tell you, it was the kind of church I enjoy, because he talked about inspiration, how his family started this business from the beginning to the end, all the little detailed steps about his daughter, her ambition, his kids. I mean, I was so inspired. I'm like, wow, that he is really setting an example how to do a family business. I mean, you guys had to be there to hear this story. It was just amazing. And he talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it was like, it was real talk. The bowling part, we all bowled, we had fun. It was, Pastor Bishop Dan, a bowling alley, strikes and bites. I mean, it's just cozy. It's not way too big, not way too little. It is just right. It has a bar area. It has vegan selection of food. I mean, if you feel that you're not the best bowler, he's got training wheels so you don't get a gutter. So, it's just the whole weekend was over the top. It was an experience of a lifetime. It was like going to Disney World. We went to Disney World here in Chicago. It's something you don't want to miss. It's something that you want to start planning for next year or the next time we do it. You want to work your schedule that you can do this, because I know we all got a lot of things happening, but we all need to have some fun with each other. We all need to just, experience everything Melissa has to give us, because I'm telling you, nobody else is going to give it to you like Melissa. She gives us events like over the top. And if they do give it to you, you're going to be paying about $5,000 plus. So I definitely want to go back to saying, we are the winning A-licious team. We came into this with working with our mindset that we are the winners. We, doing our conversations with each other. We were playing, what's the name of that song? We are the champions of the world. We hit every emotion during our team talking, so we could just feel how it feels to win. And guess what? We won. But it was definitely a team effort. We prayed together, like Mooney said. We had each other's back. It was friendly competition throughout the whole event, and this is the way we want to do it. And so I just want to say thank you again, Melissa. I want to thank my team, Gerald West. He blew us off the top with that flyer. I mean, that was over the top. Gerald, you really shined. Everybody pitched in and did their part. And it was, like Melissa said, we had the most guests. And you know what? We didn't know where this was going to go. We just did our best and we won. So thank you again, Melissa.
That leads me to a very important point, because we had a talk, and I know you were a part of the talk, but one of the things Kathy and Mooney said, and they were so inspired by the fact that you, Terry, had 18 guests yourself. And I think a lot of times when you fight hard and you're trying every day, you're working every day, your numbers are going to show up. And sometimes people wait to the last minute to start inviting, and guess what? It's just hard to catch up with people that have been very consistent, probably from the day we announced it. And so we're going to have a special training where you can learn how to invite, like Terry Anderson, like some of the folks who actually had lots of people there. I know, Mooney, you had a lot of guests there, okay, personally. Okay, so there were several people that had a lot of guests there, and Terry had the number one most amount of guests out of any person competing in the battle. Okay, 18 people, folks. I want you to hear that number. And so would you like to get 18 people to the next event? And so on Sunday, November 9th at 6 p.m., there's going to be an action night added to the certification where you're going to hear step by step Terry's blueprint. So she's going to teach you the blueprint. And then guess what? On Saturday, November the 15th from 9 to 3, we're going to have a boot camp right at the 405 where you're going to have a chance to come back, learn how to implement what she is teaching, what Mooney and a lot of the others will share as well. And now we're going to make calls together, inviting people. So now at this point, everyone can have 10 guests, 15 guests, right? And we can all show up and show out. And so then on Saturday, November 22nd, from 12 to 4, we're going to do it all over again because we're going to have, and Kathy came up with this name, a Friendsgiving battle. And I love that because that basically means we make it around Thanksgiving, and we really know learning your blood type is special. So why not bring a friend to the table to help them learn their blood type, but also make it a Friendsgiving. So we're going to have a theme of the turkey dressing, sweet potatoes, and greens. And so more details on that is coming, but we just know that's going to be epic. And then on December the 13th, we're going to have a crown jewel Christmas party for everybody that hits their 500 CV in November. You're going to actually have a chance to come back to the 405 for the most epic, extravagant Christmas party. I'm telling you what, it's going to be over the top. And the only way to get there is to either be a Ruby or above or to earn that 500 CV in the month of November. Okay, so a lot of exciting things. I mean, if you missed it, you missed it. I know we've been a little bit long today, but I'm going to say this in closing. We do have our 10% discount going on if you spend at least $50 happening through midnight tonight. We did extend that from the weekend. If you hadn't yet gotten your 3 customers for October, you better get those 3 customers because guess what? You want to make sure you never, ever miss another month in the founding members pool, okay? And so with that being said, our 2025 vision is clear: health, wealth, freedom, and legacy for every life we touch. We are moving forward. We are not looking back. And guess what? We are going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.